being interested in just feminine energy, period. But it goes to show that sexuality truly is a spectrum.
And that's dangerous. Because who energy you attracted to? What do I say? I don't care how it goes. You want a baby, you gotta go to the source. And the source is a man and a woman. If you're man and man, you're gonna want to get a baby, don't try to the house. Nah, go ahead and take a baby. Take the baby. I'll wait. I'll bet $100 million for you to try to make a baby. If y'all was in this situation, y'all put your comments down below and let me know how would y'all handle this situation. All right. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are a returning, you already know the drill. Let's hop right into it.
For a date, he asked me if I was a man in the car. I said yes. This man turns around and takes me back home. Now, this is a very prime example of somewhat fragile masculinity, but also dishonesty. Not on my end, but on the end of the suitor. I met him last Friday at a club when I was out with my girlfriends. At some point, we duck off, we're talking, we're chatting, we're dancing, we're like really having a good time. We're throwing banter back and forth, we're being flirty, all these things. Mind you, I am flat chested as fuck. I am not a woman. I'm just a very beautiful man. Proceeds to kiss me, da 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 da, XYZ, right? Has been texting me every day since last Friday when I gave him my number. He proceeds to tell me in the car, I don't really know how to ask this, or, I really just don't know how to bring this up, but are you a man? And I looked at him and I was like, yes, I am. I'm just a very feminine man. He pulls over and he's like, I just want to sit.
I know what lane I just stepped into, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm gonna just come from a very safe. Got my defense system on right now. But it's kind of crazy to say that you're not in the wrong when one. I mean, I never been to the club before. I never been to the club before. Well, no, lie. One time, and it was okay. Let me tell you a little quick story. I was invited with my coworker to a club. Me personally, I only brought like maybe $30. I didn't know how the club situation was run or anything. I'm just following along, see where he taking me or whatever. This man, well not him, his friends proceeded to take me into a gay club. That I didn't realize it was a gay club until I saw what the men were wearing. I left because I felt weird and that was disgusting. Imagine somebody taking you in the first place they take you. You don't know where to go. You don't know how the clubs ran. They take you to the gay club and it was underground. Like you literally go to the back, way in the alley, go underneath the ground. The ceiling's like maybe 6'4", 6'5". I'm 6'1". Yeah, it was not a good experience. I ain't buy no drink. I ain't buying no drink. The Lord is protecting me. Thank God. But yeah, back to this. It's kind of crazy not to warn somebody because you don't know what they in. Y'all both got to be adults. Like, hey, just let you know, I'm on this side. I don't want you get upset and start swinging on me. Be like, hey, you didn't tell me. Just be cautious. Act like you the other person. Don't be too full of yourself.
Over and just like kind of talk about this for a second. I'd never been in this position before, so I'm just like not really sure how to handle it. I had an inkling of a thought, but I didn't want to ask you and you be offended if you were not. However, it's just not something that I'm into particularly. And I think that's part of a bigger conversation as it relates to Black men being interested in just feminine energy, period. He proceeded to apologize and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I just like felt like I needed to get this off my chest and at least just ask. But if I'm being honest, I was just like, okay, yeah, like that's fine. Like, no harm, no foul. Like, it's all good. He's like, is it okay if I just, turn around and take you back home? I'm like, absolutely, yes, please. We sat there in silence as he, like, did a U turn and literally dropped me back off. But it goes to show that sexuality truly is a spectrum. And while people may not be into whatever parts people have, or whatever the case may be, people are just attracted to energy, period.
And that's dangerous, because who energy you are attracted to? The only energy source we are mind, we are soul, spirit, and body. Okay, God breeded us and made us into man and woman. Okay, the biggest thing I'ma hold on to, I don't care how it goes. If you want a baby, you got to go to the source, and the source is a man and a woman. If you man and man, you gonna want to get a baby. Don't try to adopt. Nah, go ahead and make a baby. No, 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 no. Don't try to get shots. Don't try to get no assistance needed. You have the source, right? Make a baby. Make a baby. I'll wait. I'll bet $100 million for you to try to make a baby. Can't. That is the biggest. Shouldn't even need to be the biggest sign, but you can only form a baby naturally, organically, with a man and a woman. So, the energy you have, sir, is a very twisting serpent and very demonic spirit that is making a lot of this LGBTQ thing starts with a lot when it comes from trauma in the childhood, harm in any way, molestation or whatever, the R word, all that types of stuff. That's where it's rooted at, and that's what can cause the harm. If you don't get healing in those areas, you gonna be lost the track of where your identity is at, and you're gonna try to find your identity in places where God is not calling you there. You're just following where your trauma is leading you, and where the enemy is deceiving you. To be 100% honest.
Which is okay. That's totally fine. I completely respect that. I'm not one of those gays that are like, "Ugh, I'm gonna go get the trade and do this, that, and the third." That's really not my vibe. And if you are, I mean, pop off queen, do your big one. But I guess my biggest problem is if you had an inkling of a thought or you felt any type of way, you should have quite literally just asked and been honest from the very beginning. Here, I spent an hour and a half getting ready.
Oh, y'all can't see it. Y'all can't see it, but I'm gonna let y'all see it. Look at those knuckles. I ain't trying to be mean, but you could scope out if a person is a male or a woman most of the time. Some people just look super, super, super feminine. Like I could tell that he's is a male just by the hands. Strong, strong jawline, and obviously you can tell. You can tell if somebody's a male or a woman. The Adam's apple, they head don't be up fully. You gotta like, you gotta try to spot it.
For a date, not really into it, but like I was like open to, just seeing what happens, what would, transpire out of the whole situation. And yet, here we are. Now, this is a first for me. I've never had this happen to me before. This is something new to me. I'm not humbled in the slightest because I'm a bad bitch. Look at me.
And to be titled something that occurs to a dog, that's how the enemy is trying to use us to be, is to run us as if we're a dog. That is what he's trying to shape us to be. You do what I say, which a lot of people are doing because they might think they're running their own show, but really they are being used, manipulated, tortured, becoming delusional. All these things. And it sucks. It really do sucks. And When you have a veil over your eyes for so long and you have something, it's like a kid being chained when they're first born and they grow into it, and you try to tell them, "Hey, you're in bondage, you're chained." They be like, "No, I'm not. No, no, this is just part of me." This is they get looped into a mindset of thinking that what they have been in bondage for so long is a part of them, their identity. And this is one of these things where it became a part of them. It became their identity.
Like, hello. And I know this is not in vain. I know that God has a partner for me out in the world, wherever he may be. But that shit was crazy.
And you gotta be cautious on when they say God. Everybody want to be a god, but it's only a little G. God, you can be only a little G.
As fuck. And for my theys, my girls, my dolls out there in the world, y'all be safe out there. Truly, just be safe. Because for a slight moment in time, I was actually kind of scared for a minute. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. Am I tripping? Y'all let me know what y'all think because I've quite literally never experienced anything like this before. Like, oh my God, I'm like kind of floored. But anyway, on to the next, babes. That's fine. To Mr. Sir, good luck to you. And yeah.
Alright. It's yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, God, my God, Yahshua, Yahweh, I hope you do a miracle in this young man's life. All right. I can't wait for a testimony from this person if they, tear that veil off and realize, oh, these are chains. This is bondage. Get me out. Yeah, one of those moments. But yeah, man, God bless y'all. I really appreciate y'all. And I love y'all.